FBI drops major national security bombshell. America on high alert. Just 1 week ago, quiet warnings began circulating within the intelligence community. Vague alerts, confidential memos, and subtle upticks in surveillance activity. Most Americans had no idea. There were no major headlines, but beneath the surface, the FBI was preparing for something big. Now, it's official. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has dropped a major national security bombshell, confirming what insiders feared. A coordinated foreign-linked operation has been detected within U.S. borders. The public has been put on high alert, and behind the scenes, America's top security agencies are mobilizing for what could be one of the most serious domestic intelligence threats in recent history. What happened over the last week? It all began when the NSA flagged unusual data traffic coming from U.S. government and corporate servers, strange pings, encrypted communications bouncing through Europe and back to American soil. At first, it looked like routine cyber probing, the kind hackers do every day. But soon, red flags started flying. According to leaked intelligence, those signals weren't random. They were tied to deep access points inside critical infrastructure systems, power grids, financial databases, and even emergency response networks. The FBI, working alongside the Department of Homeland Security and military cyber units, immediately launched a silent probe. Then came the arrests. At least 6 individuals across multiple states, including Virginia, New York, and California, were quietly taken into federal custody. While the identities remain sealed, insiders say these weren't ordinary hackers. They were allegedly linked to foreign intelligence services, possibly operating as deep cover agents for hostile states, with Russia, Iran, and China all under active investigation. And that's when the FBI went public. In a rare, high-level press briefing, FBI Director Christopher Wray didn't mince words. We are facing a complex and evolving national security threat. This is not just cybercrime. This is strategic infiltration, and the goal is to weaken us from within. He confirmed that several U.S. networks had been compromised and warned that additional attacks, digital or otherwise, may already be underway. What's being targeted? The scope of the threat is larger than initially expected. U.S. power grid systems. Several utility companies reported attempted intrusions last week. Though no blackouts occurred, officials say the attackers had unusual access levels. Defense contractor communications. Private military contractors across Virginia and California experienced data breaches, possibly exposing sensitive project files. Election infrastructure. While not confirmed, some experts now suspect early signs of interference aimed at disrupting upcoming local elections in key battleground states. Even social media networks and news outlets have been flagged as targets for disinformation campaigns, part of a broader strategy to sow division and chaos among the American public. Escalation in the past 48 hours. While the initial alert was raised last week, what happened in the past 48 hours changed everything. An attempted breach of a Department of Defense communications satellite was reportedly stopped just in time. Analysts believe this was a test, possibly meant to prepare for a future disabling of real-time military response systems. In response, the U.S. military has been placed on enhanced readiness, and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, has issued an urgent bulletin to all federal systems nationwide. At least 19 federal agencies are now undergoing emergency audits. What Americans are being told. The FBI has issued a set of nationwide public guidelines. Avoid suspicious online links and report strange login behavior. Be cautious with unsolicited communications, even those appearing official. Prepare for possible temporary disruptions to banking, electricity, and internet services. While officials stress that there's no need to panic, they are not downplaying the threat. This is the most serious internal alert since the post 9/11 intelligence reforms. Trump and Biden respond. Both former President Trump and current President Biden have weighed in, and their tones couldn't be more different. Trump, in a post to Truth Social, wrote, "This never happened under my watch. Our enemies don't fear Biden, and now we are all paying the price." President Biden, meanwhile, held a classified security briefing and promised a forceful but careful response, ensuring the American public that every asset was being deployed to contain the situation. What happens next? Experts say the next few days are critical. If the U.S. successfully identifies and disables the rest of the compromised systems, the threat may be neutralized. But if more agents remain hidden, or if sleeper cyberattacks are activated, the consequences could escalate quickly. This moment will test the strength of America's digital defenses, its intelligence coordination, and its political unity. One thing is certain. The old threats of the past, tanks, bombs, invasions, have now been replaced by data breaches, misinformation, and invisible enemies. And the battlefield? It's everywhere. Your phone, your power lines, your vote. Stay tuned. This is far from over.
Yes, thanks for watching. Stay updated with Global Scope 360. Thank you so much. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon.